Hey guys, welcome to a new episode of Review Music, formerly known as Onder Review Music. And I have a new website and I write blogs on it, and I want to talk about one of the blogs, which is DAW comparison. Now I'm gonna switch the screen and we're on my website here. This is the front page. You can easily contact me, book a session, drop your demo, do whatever you like. I'm gonna go to blogs and then DAW's honest review. Now for this tutorial I want to talk about the mentioned DAWs that I've done in my research. I have to mention also that I don't cover Bitwig because I didn't work on that DAW yet. I'm still planning to do that. But we start off with FL Studio. FL Studio, yeah, who doesn't work on that one? Majority of the producers that I see now entering the pro sphere as EDM producers, as hardstyle producers, work on FL Studio. And the reasons that they probably do that is because it has lifetime free updates, best in class piano roll, excellent stock plugins, anonymous tutorials on YouTube, printable PDF notations. Our favorite producers work on that: Afrojack, Alex Mukale, Atmospheres, Martin Garrix, Benny Jordan and Michael Wayne work in FL Studio, and I can go on forever. Yeah, there's also a fun fact, you gotta read about that one. The cons, yeah, playmask gets a little bit messy. If you want to switch to another DAW, it's very hard to relearn the new DAW. Runs best on Windows now, though I have to say on Mac they are also catching up, so that's okay. Stock plugins are CPU heavy. Yeah, even if you cluttered it up, you can, yeah, can pretty messy. And also CPU doesn't like it. And the mixer routing, yeah, everybody knows it. If you don't right click on the mixer, you're not getting anywhere. So let's hop over to Ableton. Ableton, yeah, I've done 2 projects on Ableton. I love the workflow. I love the simplicity that it shows. It's also modular based, heavy modular based. I've heard that Bitwig takes it next level. Yeah, and also a few good producers work on that. Warface, Fertile, Lil Texas, Bloodlust, Jean-Michel Jarre, Deadmau5, Jason Grace, I don't know this guy, and Skrillex, yeah, everyone knows Skrillex. Read the fun facts, it's nice to know. Ableton Pros, extremely fast workflow, high quality stock plugins. Mixer routing is generally easy if you know how it works. Clean reliability in the export and bounces process. A session view is unmatched. Now the cons are expensive, especially once you need a suite tier. Major version upgrade cost extra on top of that. Yeah, on top of the normal payment. Mixer isn't as approachable as at first glance. Yeah, you have to know that you have to be on the right side of the screen, and there's no notation editor. Yeah, okay. Let's hop over to Cocos Reaper. Build your own. Yep. That's true. It's highly customizable. That's a pro, but it's also a con. Our favorite producers work on that: Tigo, Tim Henson, Kenny Goya. Yeah, Kenny Goya is basically a YouTuber who makes excellent YouTube tutorials about Reaper. Deadmau5 works on it, Alejandro, the Glitch Mob, and Reaper. We have seen Deadmau5 also on Ableton Live, but we have seen him also recently dipping his toes in Cocos Reaper. The pros are very low cost of what you get, extremely light on the system. Yeah, that's true. Deep customization, that's right. Cross platforms on genuine genre agnostics. Yeah, I think that's you can get it on Windows, Linux, and Mac. One of the best routing setups. That's true. That's a pro, but it's also a con because routing can also be so flexible that you don't know what you're doing. So that's one of the things. It's harder to learn. It has a really steep learning curve. Default interface, yeah, something about you can easily download skins. It's free. Just look for it and you can work with it. Although I have to mention, if you download Reaper, you can use it for free. It's once in a while warns you about if you want to buy the program. I highly recommend to do that, because people take time to produce this, and I love the workflow for mixing and mastering, not for producing. So yeah, it's really a bang for the bucks, as I can say. Fender Studio, yeah, worked on that one, made countless records on it, and yeah, loved it. Yeah, the routing possibility are endless in this one, even better than Reaper, I can say. Yeah, the customer service is not as great as I expected. Artists on Fender Studio are Gregor Beerler, Magix, Thyron, Joe Gilder, Hard Driver. They're all working on Fender Studio Pro. Fender Pro's familiar. Yeah, it has a blueprint of Cubase, but next to that it has nothing to do with Cubase. So routing is top notch. Highly agree with that. Production toolset holds up. Yeah, that's true. Built-in listening. Love the listen channel. It's similar to Control Room from Cubase, but cross-platform. Yeah, Windows and Mac. That's it. Yeah, love the program. Logic Pro, worked 2 decades on this program. Love the program. It's now Mac only for as long as I know it. That's not true. I knew it when it was eMagic, and it was I think the big brother of Magix Music Maker. So they were related to each other. But then Mac bought it and said, we're gonna cut off Windows and we're gonna go for Mac all the way. Seen it in countless studios, even studios that works with Pro Tools. And yeah, if you want to seriously produce something, you can do that in Logic Pro. Although I have to admit that the workflow is a little bit outdated, but yeah, if it works, and it's really bang for the buck, because once you bought it, you can go endless with it. And it has good stock plugins as well. Cubase, yeah, the veteran among all the DAWs. Work on it. Just dipped my toes 2 years ago in it, and now I am not a power user, because you have Alice Bino was a power user, Chris Salim and Don Siglas as well. Although I have to say, I rely more on the YouTube tutorials of Alice Bino than Chris Salim and Dom Siglas. Yeah, the pros and cons. One of the best MIDI editors available anywhere. Yeah, even surpasses FL Studio. I also love the piano roll editing, but it's similar to Fender Studio. They share the same feel. Not the same look, but the same feel. Robust, reliable audio editing. I have to admit, that's true. It's really great. Control room for serious monitoring. Yep, that's true. Rock solid and stable across Windows and Mac. That's true. Stock plugins generally punch above their weight. Yeah, that's true. It's okay. You know, it works well. It works fine. That's it. The only downside is the price, but for most DAWs, that's the downside. Confusing to compare across its different version tiers. Yeah, that's right. If I see Cubase 12, it looks way different than 15. Mixer routing needs a real learning curve. Yeah, that's true. I also had to learn it. Interface feel dated. Yeah, 15 is making its comeback. So if you want me to do another topic, just let me know. You can go to my website. You can hit me up here. You can even send me an email, whatever you like. And that's the end of the video. So I hope you like it. If you have questions, just ask me. I have worked now in, I think, 4 or 5 DAWs now. And to be honest, to me, a linear DAW still fits my needs, but if you produce differently, there's no problem. Just whatever works for you. So, see you in the next one.